Hey everyone, so we're going to be doing a double episode review for Vanguard today with Dimension 8 and Dimension 9. Both these episodes were focusing mostly on Ibuki, so it was definitely really good to see some development here. Now of course, after the events of episode 7 where both Kyo and Kai managed to actually get their mojo back for Vanguard, we had the rest of Fukuhara High actually suffering as well, including Ibuki himself. So with Dimension 8, we actually had Ibuki suffering a lot really. I mean, he was about to throw up majority of the time. We even had a particular instance where all the characters were actually turning away so that they wouldn't actually look at Ibuki because he was about to throw up. So definitely really crazy there. I didn't like the fact that Leon was so forceful in this particular episode because he really didn't understand the situation. Even by the end of the actual fight itself, I felt that Leon was still clueless. He was just trying to get the fight out and making his whole speech on destiny and everything like that. I really just didn't like that at all. The only thing I really did like was that Leon did say that Ibuki was having his particular choice here to actually play Vanguard. So it was definitely really interesting to see that he truly loved Vanguard. But I didn't like the fact that Ibuki had to remember that off Leon's words. Instead, I'd rather he actually be impacted by this by actually encountering Aichi instead. But nevertheless, I figure they want to actually give Leon some screen time. I just felt that this was definitely the wrong way to actually do it. Same thing applies for both Jillian and Charlene. I felt that their characters were a bit shallow, kind of just there to be kind of bodyguards for Leon. So it's kind of unfortunate to see that, again, they're probably not going to have too much of a big impact in this particular case here. But of course, I gotta still give props to the actual voice actors of this particular episode. They really did a really good job here, especially Ibuki and how he's actually going through things. I mean, you really can't pull off that kind of emotion, that kind of suffering a character will actually experience if it weren't for the actual voice actor themselves. So very amazing there. Gotta respect that. Yeah, so in this particular episode, it was really great to see that, there was one thing we always knew, is that why would the deleters actually still delete other Vanguards and break their connection if they actually joined Cray? And in this particular episode, they finally cleared things up where, since the deleters have actually truly joined Cray now as their own nation or something, their own clan, then their powers of deleting and severing the connection to Vanguard on other players are now gone. So it's definitely really nice to see some establishment there on particular lore. And of course that brings us to episode 9, where Ibuki, well, actually at the end of episode 8 he receives Neon Messiah, but overall we don't know when he was going to come back until episode 9, which was a lot earlier than I thought. But of course, really awesome that Ibuki finally actually got his Messiahs. So now we actually get to see Messiahs in action. So sad to see that the leaders will be gone. We won't be getting support for them in the TCG. However, it's cool to see that they'll be introducing Messiahs now. Got to see Harmonix Messiah in battle against Asuka, which was definitely also another battle that I definitely was not expecting at all. Asuka versus Ibuki was definitely a really cool match. Even though it was pretty short, we got to see a few skills go down here. We also got to see the actual chain attacks, the multiple attacks actually, of both Asuka's Pale Moon as well as Ibuki's lock combo as well. So definitely really nice to see all these different skills actually being performed here. A really good showcase that I haven't seen in a while. Also, I have to point out that in episode 9 definitely really works well with the particular soundtracks of choice as well. Definitely creates a bigger impact here. So again, just production quality is definitely really improving in these particular episodes, both in terms of voice acting and both in terms of the choice of soundtracks as well. Battle music, everything like that. The only thing I really just have a nitpick about was really the animations, where some certain aspects of it might be a little better, but overall that's just a really small and minor thing that I think everyone can really get over. But overall, I definitely like the fact that episode 9 actually went on to introduced the Vanguard Koshien. It's finally begun, and everything is just starting to get really awesome now. One thing I even like to point out is that Korin actually had a bit of a moment with Aichi as well, with a bit of eye contact, and we could see subtle glimpses throughout the episode that she definitely has small, I guess, memories of being part of the Cardfight club. But at the same time, she doesn't fully remember, she doesn't fully recall, she just feels some sort of connection, which is something I definitely like. I don't want her to fully forget about it, so it definitely does give hope that they will potentially reunite again and both remember each other. But in the meantime, we'll just have to see how things pan out. Of course, the opening itself kind of does already spoil a bit of it, where they're actually seeking to gain Korin back, but at the same time, we really don't know that. It might just be there to throw us off in the particular opening. But either way, I'm very excited to see everything actually unfold here, because now there's the different schools actually taking on each other. Fukuhara High was definitely one of the really interesting ones, because it was meant to be a team of 5 members, and as a result, when we saw Fukuhara High, we actually saw Yuri there as well as one of the members from Team Hansen, which we haven't seen since the original series. So definitely really interesting to see those characters. Hopefully we can see some other characters as well from the original series, but then again, we've already been seeing a lot of very familiar faces, both from G. In fact, I was pretty surprised by the fact that Gnome even turned out in the first place, and how he's even actually kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say interfering, but he's kind of actually helping out, which was something that he was kind of criticizing his brother for. So I was really surprised to see that he was the one who actually gave Ibuki Neon Messiah as well. But ultimately, these 2 episodes were definitely just really amazing. Things are definitely starting to pick up, and I'm really excited to see how things go on now, because with Ibuki's new deck, he can now actually motivate people to actually get back into Vanguard again. So definitely really nice here. Lots of interesting team dynamics, and lots of different matchups that I'm definitely excited for. So that's pretty much it for this review. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and tell me what you guys actually think about this in the comments down below. In the meantime, hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.